Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that this channel isn't me claiming to be an expert in anything, but it's me wanting to help others and take you guys along with me on that journey. Lately, I've just been doing a lot of reflecting, kind of figuring out what I want in life. I wanted to talk about the importance of having a positive mindset because negative thinking can really hold you back in life. And I feel like for me, I was struggling with my mental health. And, culturally, we aren't really big on talking about mental health, money, or entrepreneurship. But right now in my life, these are all really important things. And growing up, it seemed like the people around me were more aware of a lot of those things, and I'm sure it was because of the conversations they had in their household. A lot of times, I didn't necessarily feel like I fit in because I'm a black girl, obviously, I'm sure you know that, who grew up in predominantly white spaces and white schools. I think the first school I went to, there were 5 black kids between the ages of preschool and 8th grade. And even in high school, there was probably 4 other black kids in my graduating class who had grown up going to black schools. So because I grew up going to predominantly white schools, I didn't always feel black enough to hang out with them. I was othered by them. But the same thing would happen with the white kids because I wasn't white, so I didn't really fit in. And I think that led to a lot of self-isolation and doubt at a really young age. And I think it caused or is the root of me feeling imposter syndrome as an adult. I would do a lot of people pleasing because I didn't want to say no in fear that people wouldn't like me. And I want to talk a little bit more about that because imposter syndrome is this kind of internal feeling that you aren't successful. And, you feel fake, like you don't belong, you don't deserve to be where you're really at in regards to success. For different people, imposter syndrome can show itself in different ways. Someone might be a perfectionist, or they might be just extremely anxious or overachieving a lot, but it still can cause that same feeling of anxiety or feeling like you're a fake. And in school and in work, I always felt like I needed to work twice as hard to prove myself. A lot of you probably don't know this, but I actually skipped, I think, 3 grades growing up in school. So I was a lot younger and always trying to go above and beyond. And I'm grateful for the opportunities I had, that I was able to do that. I graduated high school when I was, I think, 15. There were a lot of reasons that maybe led to me feeling that imposter syndrome because, like I said, I always felt like I needed to work twice as hard. And definitely some good things came from that. But in the times where, let's say I just achieved something, even if I was successful, if I wasn't successful by crazy expectations, like double, triple the amount that it took, I felt like I had failed. And that just caused a lot of self-esteem issues, self-doubt, and a deep-rooted fear of failure. And to get through this, I started going to therapy. When I was in college, I started seeing a therapist, and that just kind of opened my mind to the different opportunities and different things that I needed to work through. I don't know, I feel like I always had this conception that going to therapy, I was going to talk and someone was going to give me all the answers as to why I felt a certain way or why I was struggling with this or that. But really what it did was help me to identify where things started or why I feel the way I do, why my actions are the way they are. And that is definitely something that's been life-changing because I was just in such a bad space of feeling like I wasn't enough and feeling that deep depression and anxiety. And so it really took me doing a lot of journaling after I identified things that trigger me. That's why I, always talk about books and mindset. Even when it comes to money, I think it all relates. If you're not in the right headspace, you're not necessarily going to be motivated or determined or keep going to make more money or just push yourself to deserve more. You really have to believe that you deserve more and that you are capable of achieving something great and that you deserve whatever success comes your way. Me changing, not even necessarily changing, but defining my own definition of success, not one that I felt was placed on me or one that was crazy unrealistic, just something attainable where I was improving. And success and improvement aren't linear. So I think it's important to forgive yourself, to work through the tough times. Just keep trying. I want to make a difference in some of your lives because I feel like these are some of the things that I wish had been said to me, to let me know it's okay if you're going through something hard, if you don't feel like you deserve to be where you at. Because that was such a crazy feeling of, I've done all this work because I wouldn't get to where I am if I hadn't done the work. But to still not feel successful is tough. It's a tough feeling to tackle. And, like I said, I grew up as a Black girl in predominantly white spaces. And sometimes that just didn't allow me to be as expressive about things as I wanted to, especially because a lot of minorities watching this may relate. Mental health just is not a huge topic of conversation, and I really want to work to destigmatize it. So I'm going to make some more mindset videos just about how literally changing your mentality can help you to make more money and to be more successful in life and be proud of yourself for where you are. I know this video is very different than anything I've posted before. I've kind of touched on these things, but I never really went in depth. So if you watched all of this, thank you again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who watch my videos. No matter how many views it gets, I'm appreciative of each and every one of you.